Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Yo, check it out. P. Diddy's going in today. They're supposed to use the peremptory challenges to strike the witnesses they don't want to use. We're going to break down the whole Diddy joint. Sit back, listen to this. This is real informative. Cassie's supposed to testify first. They're supposed to be done today, but they expect to be done Monday. And I guess trial going to start Tuesday unless they can finish it today. They had problems with 2 jurors. So stay tuned. We're going to give it to you. Let's get this thing moving. Subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel at Unique Mecca Audio. All right? All right, Unique Mecca Audio, man. Let's get this thing popping. We're in the house. Diddy's trial is getting ready to begin. We're going to get right into it. I want y'all to check out this commentary because there's a whole lot of new events coming up.
Day 2 of Diddy's trial has ended and things are not looking good for him. Court documents allegedly reveal that Diddy was questioned on why he lied about the video of him beating Cassie being fake. Diddy originally acknowledged...
Hold up. See, now they're saying that Diddy lied about the tape being fake, right? Now, this is not to defend Diddy, but just to show you how the system works, because like I said, each side is going to paint a picture. So now, Diddy's not saying that the tape is fake. He's saying the tape is altered. There's a difference between fake and altered. So he's trying to use the law to be able to get to show you that the tape was altered. So none of the tape should be brought into evidence, but I'm not saying that the tape is a lie. I'm saying that being that it's not in its original form and you don't know what, sequence it go in, because if it's off a millisecond, it's altered. And if it's altered, they're not supposed to use it. And that's the way that works. So you understand. So he's not saying that the tape is fake and now he apologized and then now he's coming back saying that, the tape is a fake. The tape is a fake don't mean that it's a fake, it never happened. That's not what they're saying. You know what I mean? They're saying that it's not the whole complete tape in the time stamp that it was filmed in, so therefore it should not be used as evidence. If anybody don't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, it's not a problem. Put it in the comments and we'll clear this up. Next.
That the video was real and even apologized for it. But a week before trial, Diddy's apology was deleted and his lawyers filed a motion claiming that the video was fake. This proves that Diddy is scared of what Cassie has to say, and with Cassie now named as a witness, things are about to get way worse for Diddy.
Do you think Diddy is scared at what Cassie have to say? Somebody put that in the comments. Do you think Diddy's scared of what Cassie has to say? I know for a fact he's scared to death at what Cassie got to say. If you know he's scared of what Cassie got to say, give me a strong man emoji in the comments. All right, give me a strong man emoji in the comments.
Jury selection is officially underway in the second trial of Sean Diddy Combs. Chloe Malas was in federal court today. And Chloe, no jurors selected, but a pretty revealing start to the 8-week trial.
Lester, that's right. It was an illuminating first day of court. Combs entered the courtroom wearing a crew neck sweater and a white button-down shirt. He had some gray in his hair and in his goatee. And at one point, he told the judge that he needed to use the bathroom and that he was feeling a little bit nervous. Now, also, several celebrities...
Hey, yo, Diddy said, he said to a lawyer, yo, I got to use the bathroom. He said, what? We're on trial for your life. We're picking the jury. And I got to take a crap. He said, you got to what? I got to take a cake. What is wrong with you? Yo, I can tell y'all from RAGES how that feel. Yo, I knew this one dude, right? I ain't gonna say no names, right? I know this one dude when I used to do burglaries, right? Every time it's time to go do a burglary and we around the corner of the house and we looking out, making sure everything is safe. We get ready to go in. You looking for him. You're like, yo, the coast is clear. Come on, the coast is clear. You looking around, you don't see him. Next thing you see is the bushes moving. He's over in the corner taking a crap. He done got nervous and released his bowels in somebody's backyard. Luckily, they didn't have DNA back then. They probably just thought it was some dog. You know what I mean? But, that's what's going on with Diddy right now. He's sitting there in the courtroom and he fighting for his life, and he just start getting the bubble guts. You know what I mean? If y'all ever been in trouble with the law, you know what those bubble guts is like, right? Them bubble guts is where, you sitting there and your stomach just start rumbling, and they be having the AC so cold in those government buildings that you freeze it, and then you get the bubble guts and the goosebumps. And that's the worst feeling in the world. That's when Diddy said, time out. I gotta take a crap. Welcome to the world of the criminal hood and the justice system, Diddy. All right.
Celebrities were named today, although they haven't been accused of any wrongdoing. They might be mentioned during the course of the trial. Their names are Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, Kanye West, and his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, who has accused him of years of physical and emotional abuse.
Yo, look at this lineup cast that they're going to have for us next week. Is this crazy or what? They got this big lineup cast for us for next week, man. So somebody tell me if y'all ready for this. Somebody let me know if y'all ready for this. All right. Let me pop it back. Tried something, didn't work. Let me see. Hold up. Where we at? Could that be it? Nah, that's not it. Okay. Let's go back. Bear with me here. All right. So we there. All right.
And she is expected to testify during the trial. Now, Combs has vehemently denied all of the allegations against him. I also want to point out that celebrity attorney Mark Garagos, he was present in the courtroom. His daughter is Tenny Garagos, one of the lead attorneys for Combs throughout this trial. Now, a source telling NBC News that he hasn't joined the team, but he is advising on jury selection.
The video of Diddy beating Cassie is what started everything. And now it looks like it's going to be what sends Diddy to jail, too. Diddy's legal team knows just how powerful this tape is, and they're trying everything to get it removed.
Yo, y'all really ready for this trial?
Combs wants that video or videos excluded from trial. And for that, we turn to his motion in limine to exclude video footage of that March 5th, 2016 incident. Motion in limine is a pretrial motion that aims at preventing evidence from coming into trial or limiting it in some way. And it starts by saying, quote, "There is no longer any dispute that the CNN footage from March 5th, 2016 at the Intercontinental Hotel offered by the government at 3 separate bail hearings is wholly inaccurate, having been altered, manipulated, sped up, and edited to be out of sequence."
Do you notice nowhere in there did he sit there and say that it was not true? All he's speaking on is the alteration of the tape is not in his original form, so therefore he feels that they shouldn't be able to use it to show it to the jury. That's all they're saying. But they want to try and make you believe that, it's more than what it is.
As indicated below, CNN paid Redacted, don't know who this person is, Redacted, for footage, copied that footage in unknown ways, presented that footage out of order, and destroyed the original. Accordingly, all the footage from CNN is inaccurate and inadmissible. As for the 2 items of footage filmed by an iPhone 6, those pieces of footage are inaccurate and inadmissible as well for the reasons set out below.
See, all he's saying is that the tape has been altered, is not its original form, whether it's been slowed down, sped up, altered, whatever. It's not the original tape, so under the law, you can't use it. But I'm guilty of sin for what happened in that tape. But under the law, you can't show that to the jury. Did I say that perfectly clear so you understand that? All he's saying about the Cassie tape, so y'all understand that, is that you cannot use it because it's been altered, whether speed up, slow down, reverse, flipped around, upside down, whip it, break danced it, whatever you did to it. It's not permissible, meaning allowed under the court of law. I'm going to take calls in a minute where you could call in and I'm gonna slash the number up on the screen, but not yet. Let's just ride out to the program so y'all know what's going on, and then we ask our questions. And when someone call and you see someone speaking, please refrain from calling at that moment. Wait till I hang up and then call, because I can't hang up on them to answer your call. I don't want to be disrespectful and not answer your call. Let's keep it moving.
Before Cassie leaked the video, Diddy's lawyers were claiming that the entire thing was fake and Cassie was lying.
See, now they switch it to that Cassie was lying. Where did you ever hear them say that Cassie was lying? They just saying that the tape is fake because it's not the original. If it's not the original, it's fake. If it's not original cake, it's a fake cake. If it's cake supposed to have milk, egg, and flour, and it got flour, egg, and water for substitution for the milk, and you make it, it tastes delicious. It looks like a cake, but it's not a cake. And that's what they're saying about the tape. It's not a tape. You see, I could be a lawyer, right? Could I be a lawyer? Put in the comments if I'm making y'all understand this real simple, down to earth. Put it in the comments.
Once the video went viral, Diddy posted an apology on Instagram, saying that he was ashamed of his actions and would take complete responsibility. This was another lie, since just days later, he deleted his apology and started coming after Cassie.
See, now they saying he started coming out. Where did y'all see him come after Cassie, or did you see him run and duck his head in a hole? You know what I mean? And the feds on his tail, and then they finally grabbed him in that hotel. Did you see him go at Cassie, anybody? Put it in the comments, let me know so we put it up. BK Finest, what up, family? You know what I mean? You know, hit that like, share button. You heard what he said.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit
right there. You see what's out, and they switched it for to fit YouTube. That means that the tape is not in its original form. Y'all got that?
rock bottom, but I made no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted.
Now that you got caught on the video, you're disgusted. You know what? I don't really like that, right? My man, the real roster monster, he said there's 286 in the room. We need to get them likes up. So I'm going to give you the intro to give you time to get the likes up, and we're going to keep this thing moving. If we keep it moving proper, then we'll stay on longer. All right? Hit that like button. Hit that like button. This is your time to hit the like button. Keep it moving. Hit that like button. Make an audio. Hit that like button, the notification bell. All right, y'all hit that like button. All right, let's go back to Diddy.
I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, going to rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
Hey, y'all, ain't it funny? I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty of it too. I did it. When we get in trouble, the first person we call on is God. Get me out of this situation. But while the money is flying in and you shaking and jet setting and yacht sailing, you know what I mean? Last thing on your mind is God. But as soon as you get in trouble, God, help me, they cry. You know what I mean? And that's why I love Job so much in the Bible, because he said he'll never forsake God. Even though a lot of us may not have forsaken God, but we have forgotten God. And that's why we in the Diddy situation that we in today. You know what I mean? Always remember that God exists, and you do unto others you want done unto you. The same as if you were sitting here with a dang YouTube channel, you'll want all the people that's looking to hit the like button. So hit the like button. See, I worked that into this joint right here, right? We gotta take time, y'all, right? Check this out, right? This joint is sponsored by Cashbox. If you don't know what Cashbox is, Cash box is if you send some money to somebody and the money go there and it goes to the wrong person, get the wrong letter, the wrong key, the wrong whatever. When it get to that person accept the money, then it'll notify you that they accepted the money. Now there's a virtual vault in the middle, and the virtual vault is who sends you the message, and then you respond back to the virtual vault and say, yeah, give me the crumbs I sent them. I mean, it's not that hard. You know what I mean? But now, under the old methods that they have, if you send money to the wrong person, you got to call them and say, yo, I sent that to you by mistake. Could you send that back? Yo, who this? You know what I mean? That's the first thing you hear back. Well, welcome to Cashbox. All right, let's go.
I'm so sorry.
Now we sorry.
But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day.
Now.
I'm not asking for forgiveness.
Now that I got caught.
I'm truly sorry.
Now that I got caught. Let's not forget
The
that.
court is to hold a hearing. And at this hearing, Combs explains that his team wants to call a forensic video analysis named Connor McCourt to show that this video evidence is inaccurate. Sean Combs' defense team argues the videos.
You know, he said inaccurate. He didn't say that it's not true. He said the video evidence is not accurate. So they're trying to keep it out of the court on the legal terminology. We got we got 900 people in the building in 16 minutes and 18 seconds, and these likes is down. Hit them like button, man.
Cheers, toast the crime, the crime.
Hit the like button, hit the like button. Hit that like button.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift, you stand up.
All right, see, that was the like button break, all right? I like the way the likes went up. Thank you, I appreciate that. Now we could resume to our regular program.
Are unreliable, that they would unfairly confuse and mislead the jury, that they would be more prejudicial to Combs than it would provide any kind of relevant or probative value for the prosecution's case. They write, quote, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, a video is worth a number well over the court's word limit. Again,
and what Diddy is saying that a video that's not altered is allowed and permissible to go into the courtroom. And that video with me, Diddy, kicking Cassie's in that hotel room, as guilty as I am for that. I'm not charged with that. And the tape has been altered and is not permissible under the court of law. Please, it's Diddy talking to y'all now, right? Please hit the like button for Unique Mecca Audio because he's doing a hell of a job. Show your appreciation. And we got the Trap Holistics in here. Let's see what the Trap Holistics got to say. All right.
basic argument from Combs and his team is that CNN heavily and deceptively edited the video and turned about 10 and a half minutes of footage into a 48-second, quote, out-of-order clip that ended with Combs appearing to drag redacted, again, we believe that to be Cassandra Ventura, to a host.
Listen, man, listen, stop the crap. We know it's Cassandra Ventura. We know it's Diddy whooping that ass. Stop it. We got that. But Diddy is saying that it's not permissible under the court of law to bring that in because the tape has been altered. But they're going to give it to you in the way to make it that, oh, Diddy's saying the tape is fake. No, let the man have a fair trial and let what the words are saying be said. He's reading the words to you, but he's adding his words. And I love Jesse Weber. That's why I use him all the time, you know. But Jesse Weber is speaking, you know, something that's not factual, you know, from my stance. All right, so I got to speak on that.
Hotel room. And they argue that this painted the rapper and the music mogul in the worst possible light for the world to see. And as they previously incorrectly mentioned, prosecutors relied on this tape in prior bail hearings to support their argument that Combs shouldn't be released pre-trial.
That tape is what swayed 98% of the people to say Diddy is a monster. Diddy should be locked up. Diddy's guilty. All from that tape. and now we found out the tape is altered, the people don't seen it. I bet you every juror they interview has seen it. Do you think Diddy could get a fair trial after that tape hit like that? Somebody put it in the comments.
Diddy wants the video to be taken away and not be shown in court. However, lawyers have confirmed that the video is admissible. Diddy's lawyers filed a motion to suppress evidence, saying that the Cassie video and any evidence collected from Diddy's mansion was obtained illegally.
You see, this is all legal terminology they're doing. They're saying any evidence collected from the raid was illegally obtained, whether it was illegally obtained because the search warrant may have said, go in and find, you know, XYZ, and they went and also pulled out JK and I, and that's not allowed in the court of law. So what they're doing now is trying to win it legally. See, right, let's ride. A murder case is the easiest thing to beat, right? The reason why a murder case is the easiest thing to beat is because, one, first thing, dead man tell no tales. Nigga dead, ain't nobody but you and a nigga dead. All right? Oh, excuse me, not supposed to say the N-word. All right? But, you know, I'm in the zone. I'm talking to our people. I just want y'all to understand how real it is in the hood, right? And even though it might sound heartless and callous, so I'm going to let you know now, for any one of y'all that might be soft, tender, or can't deal with the real, or don't want the real gangster response to these type of topics, I'm going to give you 3 seconds to tap out. Now get up out of here. Now let's get back with the show. So this is all technicalities he's trying to beat it on, because like I said, dead man tell no tale. Dude in the hallway, in the alleyway. Dude go to rob dude. Dude goes and he bodies dude. Boom, hits him in the head. He gone. Right? He ain't got to worry about that because just him and him, so it ain't no evidence. But nowadays they got video cameras and they also got the cell phone cameras. And don't forget, they got the human rat bastards that's going to sit there and try and use that to get their man out of jail on a third-party crime because they saw something that happened and their man locked up, so they're going to use that to get him out. See, that's how that third party going to spin out of control. It's going to be where dude's going to be calling a dude from the street and say, man, find out who's doing something. They might call him from the street, you know, call him from the prison and say, yo, this is what I need you to do. The prosecutor said if I could get somebody to help me bring in Joe Blow that's still out there hustling on such and such a block, that he'll cut my time. You my homie, right? So I need you to go find out what's going on and call this number and talk to my prosecutor for me so that you could play like me and you could be out there and be the ultimate rat bastard and bring somebody else in so I can get out of jail. But I'm going to tell you a little ride, right? Let me tone it down, take a little ride, right? Check it out, right? One thing for sure, two things for certain. The reason why I myself, I'm just speaking for me, couldn't tell on my comrades is because I looked at it like I got caught. So if I got caught and my comrade didn't, why should I tell on my comrade, bring my comrade in, so now it's two of us that caught? Do you understand what I'm saying? And then now he brings someone in and everybody get caught when one man could have just handled his own responsibility because he's the one that got caught, and that's what it is. Right now, we got 1,500 people in the building, right? That's in the back. I can hold the computer up and show you, but we need these likes to come up. Let's keep these likes moving. I ain't going to hit you with the intro, but what the hell? Hit them like buttons, hit them like buttons. This is intermission break. To hit the like button, subscription, and notification. All right. So now that's where we at. So we understand that we dealing with what's permissible and impermissible, meaning what is allowed and not allowed to be used in a court of law. That's the technicality that they're fighting right now. All right.
The defense claims the warrant applications were overbroad and everything that the Fed seized as a result should be excluded.
You see what I'm saying? They said it was overbroad, meaning they took things that wasn't within the bounds of what they went to the judge in order to get the search warrant. So if they go to get a search warrant to go get the Bentley out the garage, they can't decide to shake the whole house down and then grab the tapes and grab the this and grab the that and the jewelry and, you know, the weed and the gun and the drugs. No, the warrant said go get Bentley, not go search man whole house and take all the other evidence that you found that you want to make a case of. Do we understand that? If not, put it in the comments. Let's go. You know, dear M, keep it moving.
Now to Sean Diddy Combs, looking to suppress evidence in his federal trial. Senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky is back with the story. Good morning again, Aaron.
And to you, Michael, you'll remember federal agents from Homeland Security Investigations were hardly shy when they raided Sean Combs' opulent homes in Los Angeles and Miami, guns drawn. The jailed music mogul now argues those searches and other searches of his iCloud accounts, electronic devices, and New York City hotel room following his arrest were unconstitutional. His lawyers argue evidence obtained through those searches must be suppressed. Diddy's lawyers say the government presented a grossly distorted picture of reality when applying for the search warrants, omitting certain facts and including salacious details from an unnamed producer that were never credible. Combs has pleaded not guilty to racketeering conspiracy, trafficking, and prostitution charges. The defense is also arguing here his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, was a willing participant in drug-fueled sex performances called freak-offs, not coerced, as prosecutors allege.
So y'all understand, right? Diddy's saying a freak-off is, and another dude, they call that a freak-off. They done switched it where now the social media is running with it from what was painted to them, that a freak-off is when a group of people get together like an orgy, or you're in a club or after party, and they made that the freak off. But Diddy's defense that they said they're using is that the freak off is just him and Cassie and whoever it is that Cassie choose. Now, do y'all believe this or not? Do you believe that the freak off is just isolated to Cassie, Diddy, and whoever the male escort is? Put that in the comments. Let's get it moving.
This latest challenge to his case comes 3 months before trial, and as Combs loses one of his attorneys, Anthony Rico says under no circumstances can he continue to represent Combs. He offered no details about that decision, Robin.
Okay. All right. Thanks to you, Aaron.
Everyone that helped Diddy cover up his crimes, including the hotel staff he paid off, should end up behind bars. These people helped Diddy cover up his crimes, and if it wasn't for them, Diddy could have never so many people. The celebrities at his parties that witnessed crimes taking place but never reported anything are just as guilty as Diddy.
When I looked at that thing, to be honest, I thought that the people who was watching it, because you know at those hotels, they have security personnel that watch that stuff. And if they didn't call the police, they should be in jail.
That is the law. Do y'all feel they should be in jail? Or do you feel, because we riding, or do you feel that they was pardoned from execution or prosecution because they agreed to testify in the trial on the trail of money and how the so-called 50 grand was handed over to buy that tape? Somebody put in the comments, somebody let me know, because we gotta find out what's going on. All right?
I don't care what nobody say. You know, whoever watched that tape and didn't submit that to the authorities, they should be brought up on charges.
And he right.
Why do you think the video is barely coming out right now? Because you got a lot of people, you know, that's wondering why it took so long.
First of all, they know that Puff probably paid the security personnel.
You see what I'm saying? And that's where the problem is. Probably. Everybody's guessing and digging this man deeper. He probably paid the security guy. And then somebody will run with it on the next YouTube video. Gene Deal said that Puffy paid the security man. And he never said that, you know? But we know that the hotel people said that he paid it. But I'm just going on the words that Gene just said, where he said probably. You know, when you speak on these joints and you know that these cases is being looked at for criminal offenses, it's not good to sit there and you know, speculate.
Like, because he knew it was on camera. When he made it to the hallway, when she made it to that phone, once that phone picked up, that's going straight to security. That's for emergency purposes only. So either the concierge or somebody that's handling emergency type situations when she picked up that phone. So now Puff probably had somebody pay them off.
You see what I mean by that? Probably had somebody. Now everybody's gonna run with it that he actually paid him off. Matthew Thomas, what up, family?
9 out of 10, he had somebody pay them off, bro.
All of this has been building up for years now. Back in 2018, Diddy's alleged sex slave Jonathan Audie revealed that Diddy was pimping out Cassie to other men, but no one believed him.
Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross and Khaled. They're all gay. Okay?
Whoa, do y'all believe that Diddy, Ross, and Khaled is he Cypher, Monkey Cypher? Somebody put it in the comments.
Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay.
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter. Okay. I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Oh, hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Diddy was given the option to snitch on his.
Whoa, that dude was talking about Diddy and this freak off stuff from before, and it even came out. So that gave credence to what he says, but what do you think about that? Put it in the comments.
Co-conspirators, but he said no. According to court documents, the feds offered Diddy a plea deal which involved him admitting to the crimes he's being charged with and also naming the ringleaders working with him. Diddy said no to this plea deal and said he's going to take his chances in court.
The last hearing before Sean Combs' trial starts, when he walked into federal court today, he appeared to be looking for his family. They've pretty much been at all of the hearings that I've been to, but there was no presence of his sons or his mother or his sister who had previously been at those hearings. So here's what came out of today's hearing. Number one, the government acknowledged that they offered Combs a plea deal. Combs acknowledged he has no interest in taking that. They're going to move forward with the trial. They also...
Okay, all right. So rumor has it, right, that Diddy was offered 5 years as a plea deal. Would you have taken that 5 years right now, looking at what Diddy looking at, and would you roll the dice like Diddy is doing and go all the way to the board? Somebody put in the comments and tell me you think Diddy should have at least took the 5 years. I think that then you got to look into what they trying to take Bad Boy, Combs LLC, you know, Daddy's house, Diddy's house, whoever's house, along with that 5-year plea. Because they ain't just going after no plea. They want that bag. He got a big bag they need back.
Talked about the jury selection process, which one legal expert I spoke to said is probably the most important thing that you want to pay close attention to before the actual trial starts. And thirdly, we learned that Combs will be adding 2 new attorneys to his defense team. And just to recap, Combs, who is 55 years old, could spend the rest of his life behind bars if convicted on sex trafficking and racketeering. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges.
Major developments tonight involving the case against Sean Diddy Combs, what he decided in court today, and what this now means, the move coming just 4 days before his trial is set to begin. Here's Aaron Katursky.
Tonight, Sean Combs makes it official. He's rejecting the government's offer to plead guilty and spare himself the possibility of a prolonged term in prison. When asked if he turned down the offer, Combs answered, "Yes, I do, Your Honor," as he stood in a baggy beige jail uniform. Terms were not disclosed, but prosecutors did say a plea could result in a shorter sentence for Combs than if he's convicted. The decision guarantees Combs will face trial beginning just 4 days from now that will test whether one of music's most prolific figures used his power, wealth, and fame to sexually exploit both women and men for decades.
Yo, do you think that Diddy's sexually exploit the women and men because he's paying them for a service when they enter in a field called escort and escorts get paid? Somebody put it in the comments. I'm really confused at that. You know, because everybody is acting like if, okay, we got a bunch of yeses. I don't know if it's this question or not, so y'all put it in. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and see what's going on. Back to Diddy.
Combs has pleaded not guilty to racketeering conspiracies, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution charges that accused him of coercing alleged victims into prolonged drug-fueled sexual activity that he called freak-offs.
Hey, yo, how do you coerce someone to get high and have fun? Either you want to get high and have what you consider fun with these drugs fueled in your system, or you don't. Your choice, your call. Blame it on nobody else. Now they're saying that Usher was on the list. We're going to get to these comments in a minute. Right now, we're doing the show to get everybody caught up on what's going on. And then we're going to, at the end, we'll do the phone calls and all that. So sit back. Make sure you subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel, Unique Mecca Audio. All right.
And threatening them into silence.
Jury selection is underway right now. On Monday and Tuesday, the judge assembled a pool of 35 potential jurors. 10 more jurors are going to be added later, until a total of 45 jurors.
Hey, yo, I got to stop that one. Yo, the real Rasta Monster said that he's suing the Uber Eats for trafficking cheeseburgers in that case. Hey, yo, round of applause for that one, man. But that show you how silly this thing is. That show you, relax, man. Could y'all relax? Let me finish my show. But that go to show you how silly this whole thing. You know how they say you can indict a ham sandwich? Well, he just flipped it to show that you can sue Uber Eats for trafficking cheeseburgers. Good to Google.
Are ready for the 2-month trial. Jurors are being asked if they are comfortable watching Diddy's freak-off tapes in court. These tapes are a central piece of evidence and are going to incriminate a lot of people.
All right, pause. Remember, they're going to incriminate a lot of people. Let's see what this caller is talking about. Let's go.
Federal prison.
Oh,
You will not
it's
be
one of the
charged
homies,
for
my
this
bad.
call. This call is from
James Rose.
Rose.
This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. To accept this call, press 5. To block this call, you may begin speaking now.
Yo, yeah, what up?
What's up? You don't even remember who this is, huh?
This Rose from DC, my man Rose?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I thought you came home.
Yeah, I only stayed out there for 30 days. I caught a case and I came right back. When I came back to Lee County, you was gone.
Yeah,
My
man.
net was still there.
Oh, man, you went home and came back in 30 days?
Well, I went to trial and stuff. My peoples told on me and stuff. And I caught a case in the halfway house. I got into it with some dudes and stuff.
Man.
So I ended up going on the run and stuff. How you been, man?
Man, I'm good, family. I'm good, man. Yo, I'm live now on my joint, right? I know where you at, but we ain't gonna get into that. You already know. Hey, yo, talk to my peoples and let them know, you know, about, you know, staying out of trouble, man. These young kids sliding. From what you've seen going on, what would you tell the young kids today from you and there? How much time you doing, first of all? And how much time you did the first time?
I got 93 on this one, and since I've been back in, I caught a new case. I've been on I got 105.
So how many years is that? You're talking in months. These people don't know what no damn months is. How many years?
93 years for my street case.
93 years for your street case?
Right. And then I caught a case where I went to ADX for, I went to trial. They gave me 105 years for that. So they grouped it together, so I got 198 years. Now, I did 18 years before that. That's when we was at Lee County. I was finishing that up.
Yeah, back in 2005, around there.
Right.
Okay, now finish. I want them to hear how real this is so they know, stay out the street, it ain't worth it. You talking to a man that got 200 years right now, and Diddy get ready to go to trial for the rest of his life. My man got 200 years. Give him a message what you gonna tell them. Or finish tell them about your rundown. What happened while you was in the prison during those 18 years? Give them 2 quick stories real quick, man, so they see how real my channel is.
One, you got to pay attention because you can be drawn into a bunch of politics even when you don't want to be drawn into the politics. It's just how it is.
Example of how that happened. Give an example of how they could be drawn into politics because they don't know nothing about this.
Listening to dudes backbite other dudes, or you may be gang affiliated or whatever. So that would lead you into things. Even though you're trying to go home, they might try to send you. Say 10 years, 15, or a life sentence. You know what I mean? So that's how you get caught up in the politics. You know? And listen to what other people are saying and not.
This call is from a federal prison.
And they get you caught up in the politics.
Okay.
So to avoid all that, you got to stay to yourself. You know what I mean? And program and stuff if you want to get out. And try to avoid all the unnecessary stuff that's purely ideal to men.
Explain what you mean by that when you said to men, because they don't understand that. When I talk, they look at me like I'm crazy. So tell them with 200 years.
Like talking about the merely idea of men?
Yeah.
The merely idea of men is naught. It's the opposite of art.
So y'all understand that? Did the phone cut off, y'all?
No, I ain't cut off.
Okay. All right. So that's where we at, man. So how's the gangs in there? How they living in there? You know how you be seeing in Chicago, the FBG Ducker against King Von, this and that. How they moving there?
It don't stop. It's the same way, you know? They moving the same way, but you have some that's grow and trying to better themselves, then you have some, it's still on the foolishness.
Okay, but is Vice Lords and GDs the same? Let's say whoever is beefing on the street, are they still beefing with each other when they come in there, or are they together because now they're from Chicago?
All that goes to the side and they all come together.
All right. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. You got the guys that they charge with FBG Duck's murder. Now they in jail, and then now FBG Duck people come in jail. What's gonna happen with them so that these people understand that this is straight foolishness what they're doing out here?
It's like it depends because it depends on whether if they have a coalition. If they have a coalition with other gangs or whatever, then sometimes the stuff will be left alone. You know what I mean? But other than that, if it's dealing with somebody current or brother or something, they most likely won't let it go. So that person, they had to settle that amongst them so no one else would get caught up in it. But other than all, they try to alleviate all that. I can't really say too much about it because I don't really know how they politics they structure because I'm not a gang member. So, but just from what I see and been around.
All right. I just want them to understand, man. Hey, y'all, I'm doing a joint right now, right? Call me back. What time is it? Call me back at 3 o'clock. I'll be off of here by 3 o'clock. All right?
All right.
All right. All right, family. Love. All right. See, that's what I'm saying, man. This Unique Mecca audio, man, we give it to you so raw. My homie just called me, just did 18 years, came home, lasted 30 days, and went back in and picked up 93 years and just said, I just got a little 93 years, So if you youngins think y'all cut like that, I'm letting y'all meet men that's cut like that. And they're not wavering. They're not thinking about telling to get out because how these rat bastards and flip-flop wearing and public trolls, they'll be quick to say, there's only 2 type of people in prison, those that told and those that wish they told. It's your rat bastard ass that think like that. Keep your morals and principles to your rat bastard ass. And you want to wear flip-flops in public, by all means, do it. But know that you're putting your life in danger. All right, let's keep it moving. Hold on, back to that, man. But did you understand what he just said about, when 2 fractions come in, that they try and get an alliance so that they can leave it alone while they're there. But if it's dealing with somebody's individual personal situation, like he killed my brother or my sister or harmed my mother. I don't care about no alliance, no gang, no nothing. My blood come before all that. It gets to that too. That's what we try and prevent y'all from having to go down. Yo, this joint right here, we on 45 minutes. We got 3,500 people watching this worldwide. Ain't that much, but it's enough to say we need to get these likes up. We only at 300 likes. What am I getting, 1% or 10%? Let's get them likes up, man. Intro time. All right, let me fix this screen, man. I like this screen here too much to not fit. Yo, I want to thank all y'all that donated. You know, I don't see no donations now, so I guess y'all just looking, so at least just hit the like button. But this joint here, everybody that donated for me to make this system, look at the screen how I'm going to move these neon lights while y'all watching this. You see how I do this? I even went and learned how to function with the money that was donated from my thorough people that donated. I want to thank you all. All right, relax, y'all, relax. And like Wolf said, right? He said he sound old and still ain't learned. He learned what he wanted to learn. I know that man personal. Some people choose to live and die a certain way. Even though we know we're supposed to elevate and grow and like a cocoon shed our shell from that caterpillar and become a butterfly and soar. But some people is comfortable just being that caterpillar. And I know a lot of men like that. And I tried to mentor them in here, tried to mentor them out here. But this is what's going on. You can't get no realer than what I'm giving you over here. I just put you on the phone with a man that got 2 consecutive sentences. 93 years, and what was the other time he said, 93, and what was the other sentence that he caught while he was in there?
200 altogether.
Yeah, but like, my man got 200 years. He got a little 200 years. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, you know, and he says it so nonchalant because it is nonchalant. Because 200 years, when a man hit 200 years and he was raised and embedded into the street code, that's like having no time because your life still goes on and you know in your heart you did the right thing. Oh yeah, yesterday was my birthday. My kids and grandkids came over. I had a good time for my birthday. I didn't even announce it, but I'm letting y'all know May 8th was my birthday. So if y'all remember next year, you can give me my happy birthday, but I don't like promoting my birthday coming up. You know, those that know that need to know, and those that care when you go on to social media and all that, you see when somebody birthday days, you'll remember what it is. Then social media alerts you to that. I didn't even check my social media, but I'm just talking about on YouTube. My birthday was yesterday. I had a good time yesterday. Went out with Mandu, Hedo, you know, that's little Anthony. We did our thing. Hold up, man. Hold up. Yeah, y'all, you calling in. What's the name? You being recorded?
My name is Skinny P. I'm from Brooklyn, man. I just wanted to say, yo, how they be allowing this one-man RICO thing all over again? It's like they did it with R. Kelly. He's a RICO case. He's a one-man RICO. Now they do it.
Yeah, I don't know, family.
RICO. What is going on with this?
I've never heard of this. Never heard of this.
Never, ever. It's like, I want to see a bunch of people. If you want to send Pump to jail, I want to see a bunch of people going to jail with him. I don't want to see him by himself because he didn't do everything by himself. It's ridiculous.
Everybody else that is accused of doing it with him, they're testifying against him to keep themselves out of jail. All they want is him.
That's dirty work, though, man. Come on now. He takes somebody else. So that's dirty work. I don't know, but look up.
Yeah,
you know, I'm from Troy, Lincoln and Troy from back way back. You know my people from Empire and Notion.
Oh yeah, come on, son.
Okay, we know.
Eastern Boulevard, all that. I was up on Schenectady between Sterling and Park, you know. Used to go eat at Hellshire's, you know, on Utica. All right, you done know.
From JA to USA, you don't know, all right?
All right, big respect, all right. All right. Yo, what up? You know you're being recorded.
No doubt. It's 8,000, man. I just think that, honestly, everything happening, like, you know what I'm saying, it's supposed to happen. You know what I mean? You're not getting away with nothing. It could seem like somebody getting away with something as far as Diddy. You can get away with it for 30, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. But you ain't getting away with nothing in life. My grandmother always told me, she was born in 1918. She died at 95. She said, you reap what you sow, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you're spiritual, you know what I'm saying? You can't think that you got money, it makes you above everybody else. And some people sell their soul, and the people involved with anything that man did sold their soul. Bottom line, I don't wish nothing on nobody, and you don't have to wish nothing on him. Because he know what he did, the world and the spirit world. That's how you got out of jail, because even if you did wrong, you had a good heart. And you had to fight and repent for the things you did. And I appreciate everything you're doing now, because what you're telling, and I told you this before, you done motivated, man, at least 10 kids that I know that said, man, you know what? I watched Unique, I'm done. Gave away their packs and got jobs. So you are repenting and helping. We all do wrong. But that man been doing wrong for so long, I don't feel sorry for him. I don't. He hurt too many people, and he hurt us. Because with that type of money he had, he could have changed the whole community. But he didn't. He was greedy. And greed leads to death. That's just my opinion. But I appreciate what you're doing, because you know what? You admit your wrongs, and you're trying to help. Who has Diddy ever tried to help? Who? He ain't trying to help nobody but himself. So guess what? Die by yourself. I don't wish nothing on nobody. I praise to the Most High. You need to continue to do what you do, because I'm telling you, man, I be showing young brothers your old shit, and they be like, oh shit, wife? 20s? No, I'm done. I'm telling you. That's a fact. J1000, man. J1000 on Instagram, man. Peace and blessings to you, Big J. Keep doing what you do, brother. God bless you and your family.
All right. So that's what it is. Thanks, family. All right. Let's get back. All right.
The other thing I wanted to ask you that I found fascinating is that Diddy reportedly yesterday asked that judge for a bathroom break, telling the judge, you know, I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm a little nervous today. Were you surprised that he admitted that? And what do you...
Are you see, this is where we're asking the hood, right? Are you surprised that Diddy had to take a crap during the trial because he got nervous and he got the bubble guts? Are you really surprised that he got the bubble guts? Let's say what it is. Ain't that when he got the keys to the city? He just got the keys to the city. Next thing you know, oh my God. You know? All right. Yeah, what up? But call in. Where you calling from? All right.
I'm calling from Jersey. I want to give a big up to you. This is your daughter. I'm so proud of you. I love that last phone call you just received. It was so uplifting, and I'm just so happy to see how far you came within the whole time that you've just been home and literally made a change in these ways that I didn't even think that anybody could. The time frame that you spent away. You're doing so much more now than all that ever did. And I'm so happy people are actually starting to see you for you, not for what you do. It takes a long time people to actually see who people are and not their past. And I'm beyond proud of you. I want you to keep going. Big up, Unique Mecca audio.
All right. All right, that's my daughter. Matter of fact, she's supposed to be on the way over, so we'll get in a minute. All right, we'll get in a minute. Let's finish playing this. Diddy getting the keys to the city.
you think that reveals about him ahead of opening statements?
I'm so glad you brought that up. Look, I've said it before, I'll say it again. The fact that we are going to trial in under a year from when a defendant is arrested and indicted at the federal level doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. But Combs has been pushing towards this trial date. He doesn't want to spend one more day behind in federal lockup. Having said that, you're now at this case. And the government, this is the Southern District of New York, they don't move forward with the case unless they feel they have the goods. He's looking at not only life in prison, you know, and the maximum charge, but potentially decades in prison. The third charge that he's facing, transportation to engage in prostitution.
My birthday was yesterday, family, and thank you for the happy birthday shout outs. My birthday was yesterday, May 8th. Hey, yo, look at me. See how good I look? I turned 61 years old. Matter of fact, my daughter, why you call if you was already coming in the door? Come in. My daughter just popped up in here. Y'all go meet Unique Mecca audio. Let me put us on the big screen for this one, man. You know? Hold up. Let's put us on the big screen for this one. Slide over. Come on, hurry up. Don't slow my show down. You know I like to keep my joint moving. All right? Where's she at? Come in. That's my daughter. That's why I need to make an audio.
Hello.
All right. Tell them what you were just saying.
Happy birthday, though. We're going to give a big up. I got a video coming out later, and I do congratulate and happy birthday him.
Where your video at? Tell them where your video at.
It's coming out at 3:30 p.m. It's going to be a nice little premiere. Check me out. You already know. It was literally straight off the dome. As I like to do.
Oh, you made it straight off the dome. What the video about? I watched one of them joints you did today. It was good. I got my daughter into the YouTube, right?
Yes,
this is my twin. The camera's up here, not
I
over
know,
there. Stop
I'm
being
keeping myself
nosy.
over there looking at my side view because I was looking good for him.
Yeah, all right.
Good both ways.
You know, she ain't even got a bucket hat on, but this is my twin. Don't we look just alike? So I done got her into the YouTube thing, and I saw she been adding scenes and all this stuff that I'm still paying people to do. So I had to tell her, bring her laptop and show your old man how to add the screens to this joint because I want to change certain things up, you know? But what do you think about the Diddy joint, him going to trial? What do you think about this, in your opinion?
You know, I actually kind of partially agree with your last caller. I agree with everything he said about you because that was a big up respect. I appreciate that you see my father for him today. But now back to the Diddy thing. The part that I agree on, I did so much wrong in my past. It finally caught up to me in my mid-20s, and it caught up the worst way. I didn't have to go through as much time, praise God, but because it was a violent charge, I didn't get to have any time being out or just getting probation. They actually told me I had probation at first, you remember? And then they took it back 2 weeks later. They had me start the probation and everything. I was
Tell them how that went, because she been through it. Tell them how that went.
They railroaded me like a mug. I had a brand new prosecutor on my case, and he was a black man. You know, some black people don't want to see other black people get ahead. I literally was a pre-K teacher at the time. All I remember, I was walking out to go get in my car. I heard the police talk about my last name. I turned, I said, niggas in suits. I tried to keep walking. They ain't really feel that, though. They just grabbed my arms both sides. They put me in the car.
Picked you up, your little feet moving in the middle of the air.
And I just had to follow suit at that point, but I was still trying to be calm because I didn't know what was going on. They kept trying to act like they only had me for a warrant for my car. I was like, oh, that's $500. That's nothing. I'll pay it. Once I got in there, oh, they done hit me with pictures and a whole bunch of shit. I didn't know what was going on. All I could do was plead the fifth and just, you know, rightfully so. I was angry, so I was talking a hell of shit because they didn't let me leave from that day. And I had to go straight to the county. After I fought it, I got bailed out. After I got my bail reduction, 2 years I fought it on the street. 2 years, they gave me 3 different plea offers. All of them was above 10. I wasn't doing no 10 with no 85s because I already knew that 85 meant I had to actually do majority of that time. I wasn't doing it. So finally, the judge, he went above the prosecutor. I swear, hand to God, he went above the prosecutor and said, all right, boom, I'm going to end up giving you 3 years probation instead. I was like, oh, bet. I couldn't do that drug court thing because they said it was a violent charge. It was too many things, other things I tried to do, but they wouldn't allow me to get. The 2 years I was fighting it, I was pregnant. I went into that courthouse.
So let them know you was locked up pregnant so they understand. We see how nonchalant she said because she done did it and she cut from my blood. So it's like, yeah, I was pregnant. No, these people need to know that that's serious. Not only did you go to prison, you went when you was pregnant. And then when, you know, they gave you probation, they came back after she was free.
2 weeks later.
Thought it was late over. And 2 weeks later, said, oh, no, you Unique's daughter. Nah, you got to give us at least 3 years.
Well, it had to be something. I didn't know what it was because they definitely do be digging.
Yo, they gave her probation. Listen, they gave her probation. She's out 2 weeks. you know, and was
Started
pregnant,
probation.
and was pregnant, still on probation. They said, nah, you Unique Story, come back, we need you. You know what I mean? And made her do 3 years. I
With an
mean,
85.
but how much they wanted you to do?
At first, my first offer was 10 with an 85. Then with the 10 and the 85, they went down to the 8 with an 85. And then they went down to a 4 with an 85. That's the one I was going to plead to because I knew I was only going to get 3. But then the judge was like, nah, you know, you good, whatever. He gave me 3 years probation. 2 weeks later, that dumbass judge calls me back in and talking about, well, you know, I'm gonna have to go with the prosecution. A gun did go off, so I ended up having it through a 3 with an 85.
Oh,
yeah.
That's why I tell y'all, put them guns down, stop running up on each other, stop sliding. I don't want you to wind up like my baby did and have to go sit in prison. But tell them what you're doing now, you know, as far as the kids and all of that. Because she was pregnant with her first kid when this happened. Go ahead.
And when I went to prison, she was 5 months. I was depressed as God only knows, but I only cried in the shower. You already know. I already knew I couldn't let it out in there because I seen how these bitches was coming. So I knew how to be in my part and not show all emotion. The shit was rough. But once I got out, I still struggled a little bit. I had mandatory 3 years parole. The parole was all right, but I was still getting a little on my shit. But by the grace of God, I had a good PO and I was able to flamingo and do what I had to do. And I stayed on it, got to stage 3. And once I got to stage 3, he didn't even come see me. I ended up moving into the city. And so I was good. You know what I mean?
All right. So now make sure y'all go subscribe to her YouTube channel. Tell them where it's at. It's on the screen. I want them to hear you say it, huh?
Juanita Mecca Audio. Please like, subscribe. As my father was saying, don't just watch the video.
There
like
you go.
The video. Hit that bell for the video. Let us know you was there watching us and really supporting us. You feel me? Because that all matters. Like the same way you had a channel, I'm gonna be supporting you all day. Support me. You know what I mean? Hit that like button. Hit the bell for me.
All right. Call it. Where you calling from? Where you from? And thanks for being patient. He held on while we was finishing up her story. Go ahead, family.
Thank you.
Yo, caller, you.
God, what's up?
Ain't nothing.
Yeah, how you doing, God? Peace.
Peace.
Baltimore. You know what I mean? I've been listening to your channel and I've been watching your chat and everything right now. And I noticed that, you know, Diddy just pissed off the wrong people. You know, yeah, you're a billionaire, but you're a billionaire in their pocket. You know, they can close the wallet and it's gone. You're not liquid. So I feel is that, you know, if he was right. If he didn't sue them peoples, he might have got off.
Most definitely.
Because they have his bag and his secrets in their pocket.
Yeah.
When you get up to a certain limit, you know, that's when you start cutting. I don't want to say that, but you have to. You're supposed to sort of situate certain people because everybody can't go. You know, that's when you get all these, what you say, rat bastards.
All right.
But they're not comfortable when it's them. That's why that A-list is so long. You know, you got to tell the jury, don't get starstruck when these people walk in. This a whole different type of jury. I mean, I've been inside, so I'll be okay. I would have took the 5. If I'm wrong or not, I'm taking the 5 because the outcome could be worse. There's no reason for a man. I mean, everybody has done certain things. We take women on trips. Is that sex trafficking? I don't know. We fly women in that we meet online. Is that sex trafficking? I don't know. But I don't want to go too hard on it, you know, because it's a thin line when it comes to whatever we talking about.
Exactly. And that's why we're going to get back to the video. Thank you, homie. All right.
All right, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's getting ready to make too much sense that they might not understand. But y'all already know the number. You know what I mean? Let's get this thing popping. Boss Trucker spoke. Subscribe to my daughter Juanita Mecca Audio.
You already know. I'm going to be right back.
All right. Yeah, well, I'm stop. Big up to my brethren. I talk to this brother all the time. Good dude,
Yeah,
keep
he
up.
always sending me
I'm
comments.
always say, I'm Mr. Bailey. All right, let's get back to Diddy.
That can carry 10 years in prison. And some argue that's the most straightforward charge to actually convict him on. So I think he's feeling the weight of what's happening. Jury selection, a panel of his peers coming in to decide his fate. It is real right now for him.
Of course, they're all going to know who Sean Combs is, but they're going to need to find jurors who, despite the fact that they are familiar with Diddy, they still can be fair.
Prosecutors say Combs turned his significant business interests into a criminal enterprise to plan elaborate sex parties, including drug-fueled marathons where women were coerced into sex and then threatened if they didn't keep quiet. The jury pool filling out a 17-page questionnaire, answering questions about their impartiality amid warnings the evidence is graphic and sexually explicit.
The judge has drilled down on some of those questions that they answer in the questionnaire to see whether or not they had any issues to serving in this trial.
Diddy's attorneys have confirmed that the tapes will be played in court. These tapes were collected from Diddy's Miami mansion during the raids last year. The FBI is decrypting the data right now, and allegedly there is hundreds of hours worth of footage. Most likely the prosecutors are only going to play certain tapes. They're trying to leverage more people into testifying for them by using the tapes.
The jury sits. Will they be shown these tapes?
100%.
Will they have to watch it in court? Like during
100% in court in front of a room of people. And so that's the other thing that's awful. They are going to be watching basically for hours on end in front of people. So in front of victim one, whoever it may be, there's going to be played in the federal courtroom.
Whoa. So you're saying they're going to have Cassie's legs buck wide open while the male escort is doing God knows what for the jury to see? And you telling me people said they didn't want to be on the jury to see that? Somebody put in the comments if you want to be in the jury of the Diddy trial so you can see the alleged X tapes. First, imagine the book that these jurors are going to be able to write after this. All them got, everybody get a book deal. He get a book deal. She get a book deal. You know what I mean? Yo, Diddy, you might not have wanted to break people off, but they get broken off now off your pain and misery. And that's what's going on.
And victim one would have been made aware of this.
Oh, 100%. She's probably being told right now, like, this is going to be played in open court. Your sex history, your sex life is going to be talked about in open court. All of this.
And presumably then she knows that and she's pushing forward because she hasn't withdrawn.
But don't forget this. It doesn't matter if she does or she doesn't. This isn't the civil case. This is the criminal case. So she could flat out tell the federal government, I don't want to participate. And they can say, we don't care. This is a crime. Crimes are against the United States, not against, they keep calling her victim one, but don't forget, she's a witness to a crime. So it doesn't matter if she went to them in today and said, I'm not participating. Their response, we don't care. Get your ass on the stand.
There is a mountain of evidence against Diddy right now, and most of the people who agreed to testify anonymously only did it because they knew they were on the tapes. Allegedly, hundreds of people were interviewed until the prosecutors were sure they could win. The district attorney for the Southern District of New York has a 97% win ratio. This trial is going to be an uphill battle for Diddy, and his lawyers know this.
The allegations implicate dozens of unidentified witnesses and alleged co-conspirators around the world. And some of the key witnesses to the supposed incidents are dead, basically meaning how can we defend against it? The defense is not even permitted to share the identities of the individuals described in the disclosure letter with Mr. Combs until April 18th, further hampering defense counsel's ability to investigate. Collectively, these new allegations require many months, if not years, to investigate, and if admitted, would require a series of mini trials, certain to double the length of a trial the government originally said would last 3 weeks. So this...
You know, it's crazy. They sitting here talking about they need to do mini trials, right? I don't know a trigger that ever had his lawyer do a, what did he just call it? What trial? A mini trial. Come on, man. Where they do that at? There you go.
This is an explosive allegation that on its face, I don't know if I necessarily disagree with. If they are bringing in evidence of uncharged conduct, wouldn't the defense have an opportunity to investigate it and challenge?
See, let me explain to you about that uncharged conduct and them bringing it in. See, you have an indictment, right? Let's do this so y'all understand. I'm going to do this, right? Y'all got an indictment. This is the indictment, right? There's 4 squares to this indictment. Only these dots that's mentioned in here could be brought to the jury. You can't bring something else that wasn't a part of these squares into the jury because it did not go to the grand jury of your peer to bring back an indictment. So if it's not a part of indictment, they're not supposed to be able to use it. They tried that crap with me when I was going to trial. But what they do is they put in what they call overt acts. Overt acts is things that happen over the course of a time. You know what I mean? Like on January 1st, he smacked the crap out of this coward over on Broadway. You know, January 3rd, he smacked the crap out of somebody on Fordham Road. January 5th, he smacked the crap out of somebody in Brooklyn. None of that got to do with the case. But this happened during the time of the case when he was selling drugs. But that had nothing to do with it. But now by them putting it in that the person smacked somebody in 3 different boroughs, now the jury's looking at him like, oh, he's a bad guy. He got to be guilty. That's where they say where there's smoke, there's fire. All right. So they're not allowed to bring in anything that's not in the 4 corners of what? The indictment. Let's keep it moving.
It seems like they're making a point. So if this evidence is allowed in, there is a chance this could delay the trial significantly. We all know Combs wants to go to trial, but how can he properly defend himself against this in just a few weeks?
To top it all off, Cassie isn't backing down either, and she is the only one who is going to testify with her name. Cassie dated Diddy for 11 years, and if she reveals what she saw during those 11 years, Diddy has no chance of escaping.
All right, Cassie. She plans to testify against Diddy at the trial, and she's going to use her name. So a lot of the women who have accused Diddy are anonymous. They're
Right.
Jane Doe or Victim
Or
1
John
or 2,
Does.
or John Does. But Cassie allegedly, apparently, is going to take this stand and talk about her. Obviously, that tape of him beating her up at the hotel is what set off this whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, this has just made it matters so bad for Diddy. So now that she is gonna sit up there and like look him square in the eyes and talk about her side of the story, that's not great for Diddy, obviously.
No, and like I think also Cassie is.
All right, yo, move this. You know you're being recorded. Yo.
Big up yourself, you know? Yeah, man, I want to tell you happy Earth Strong, you know? On the 8th.
Yeah. You done know.
Yo, this is the number for the show.
This is the number for the show. You're up on the show now, but tell you say y'all get big. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but yesterday was my cousin's birthday, too. My cousin did in the group, voicemail.
Yeah.
You know, it's a special day, you know? Yeah, man, I just want to big you up, man. Me I tune in on the show and everything.
All right.
You know?
All right. Done
Yeah,
know.
man.
All right. Good looking,
All
family.
right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Brother calling all the way from Jamaica. All right. We got brother calling from prison doing 200 years.
Right? Like millennials know who she was or is. She had like a booming career back in the day. So I think it also adds some extra zhuzh when you have like a well-known public figure coming forward.
Trusted
And beloved
Yeah.
too. So I think that also will hurt him. She of course became public. All of this went public when that video came out from CNN. So it's been revealed who she is already, and now she is not looking to conceal her name. She wants to, put it all out on the table. And yeah, yikes, it could be really bad for him.
The evidence against Diddy is so damning that his lawyers are quitting. They aren't going to stick around if they know they can't win. Diddy had been with law firm Grubman, Shire, Mycelas, and Sachs for over 20 years, and after the federal lawsuit was filed against him, they dropped him as a client. They know they can't win, and they aren't willing to go down with Diddy.
Sean Diddy Combs' legal team is getting a little smaller. As the rap mogul's defense team prepares for his May trial on sex trafficking charges, his attorney, Anthony Rico, respectfully but regrettably requested to be dismissed from his role, according to documents obtained by NBC News. Rico, who is one of 6 attorneys on the case, requested in the February 21st filing to withdraw as representation because, quote, under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs, consistent with the ABA standards for criminal justice.
Hey, yo, do you think that, why do you think this lawyer left the case? Somebody tell me why you think they just wasn't listening to him because he was of the wrong persuasion? And he said, well, if you all ain't going to listen to me, I'm out of here. I'm used to driving my own car anyway. I don't need to be a part of this circus being led by the rings of you. You think that could be it or not? Somebody put in the comments. Somebody let me know.
The motion continues, quote, while I'm aware that the local rule requires that an application for withdrawal of counsel is supported and granted only upon a showing by affidavit or otherwise of satisfactory reasons for withdrawal, there are sufficient reasons related to the protections afforded by the attorney-client privilege for brevity in my application for withdrawal as counsel in this case.
So the high-powered law firm of Grubman, Shire, Masalis, and Sachs has dropped Combs as a client. Now, this is the firm of Alan Grubman, who is a very prominent entertainment lawyer that represents some very big names. The Weeknd, Madonna, Chris Brown, Paul Simon, Usher, Bruce Springsteen. In fact, by the way, Alan Grubman was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He actually helped found that back in the 1980s. So gives you an idea about how big of a powerhouse this firm is. Now let's go back to Sean Combs. So the rumor circulating is that this firm did this because singer and actress Lady Gaga had threatened to leave the firm unless they parted ways with Combs.
You think Lady Gaga got that much power?
News Nation.
You think Lady Gaga got that much power? Put it in the comment. Lady Gaga got that much power?
For 20 years, he was friends with Alan Grubman by all accounts.
With no other option left, Diddy's attorneys are now trying to argue that Diddy was too drunk to know that what he was doing was wrong. Diddy wants to make it look like he had no idea what he was doing. According to court documents, a motion was filed by Diddy's attorneys on Sunday, April 27th, claiming that due to the effects of drugs and alcohol, Diddy's mental capacity was diminished. If this motion is accepted, Diddy would basically get away with everything.
So it looks like they're going to try and say that Diddy's mental capacity could not make it possible for him to commit these crimes.
Yeah, but his mental capacity could earn him $1 billion. But his mental capacity couldn't be enough to commit these crimes. Who the heck they think is going to believe this crap? Would y'all believe this crap? Put it in the comments. CJ Brooks, let me know something, man. You put it in the comments, you know? Oh, whoa. Somebody put in the comments, let me know if you think he can do that. All right? Now, let's get back to this. You think, did he, you know, he too crazy to commit that crime, but he's sane enough to make $1 billion when we all can't even see $1 million. Somebody talk to me.
Claiming that maybe drugs or alcohol could have been at fault. Apparently, a couple of weeks ago, the prosecution offered Diddy a plea deal, which he turned down. We don't know the details of what that plea deal entailed, but he said he's not taking it. This is coming after they've added additional charges, like the second superseding indictment. You know that Cassie video where you see Diddy dragging her in a hotel from 2016? The judge says that it can be included after Diddy's defense team had been trying to have it not included. So according to People magazine, they said prosecutors recently filed a motion disputing any testimony that might show that Sean Diddy Combs didn't have, quote, the mental capacity to commit the crimes he's accused of because of the effects of drugs or alcohol. The motion filed on April 27th references apparent testimony from a psychiatrist on behalf of the defense and asked the judge to prevent his testimony during Combs' trial.
Diddy's lawyers say that they need more time to prepare for the trial, but the judge disagrees. First of all, it was Diddy who wanted a quick trial, but now as his defense is starting to fall apart, his team is panicking. A few days ago, a federal judge denied Sean Diddy Combs' bid to delay his trial by 2 months. Combs' attorneys had asked U.S. District Judge Arun Subramanian for a 2-month adjournment to better prepare a defense.
Let's talk about the showdown in the courtroom over the bombshell video allegedly showing Sean Diddy Combs beating his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura.
Diddy's lawyers are arguing to exclude the footage from the rapper's upcoming sex trafficking trial. Legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer joins us now with more on what this could mean for the high-profile case. So good to have you. Okay, so they want this video left out. What's their argument for this?
So, Mark, I can Sean attorney is arguing that, and you probably hear this phrase, this is not a true and accurate representation of what the video depicts. He's saying a number of arguments that the CNN had taken this video and sped it up. They kind of chopped it up into this montage, and it's not accurate. He's also making the allegation that the original video no longer exists. And so
see, that's where we at. So he's in court. He's saying that the original video don't exist. This video has been put together, chopped up, whipped it around and flipped it and every doggone thing else. And you can't bring it into a jury for me to fight against my life. So he's not saying that he didn't do it. He know he kicked Cassie ass. We all know he kicked Cassie ass. We seen him kick Cassie ass. We seen him drag Cassie ass. We seen everything he did to Cassie ass. We got that. But he's saying that you can't use it in court because it was altered, and under the law, it can't be altered, plain and simple. But we know he whooped the ass. We seen it. He even admitted he did apologize, the whole crap. But let's just stop the crap.
Because this isn't accurate, the jury shouldn't see it. And according to Diddy's attorneys, because the original doesn't exist or it's been tampered with, no video such as this should be presented to the jury.
So what is CNN saying about these claims?
So CNN has come out and said, we did not alter it. We did not change anything. And in fact, they're saying that they do have the original as well. So on multiple levels, Sean Combs' argument kind of falls flat, because if it is sped up, and I think there is some degree of it's being sped up, if the original still exists, that can still be used as evidence against Sean Combs, not necessarily to the allegations of trafficking, RICO conspiracy, or the transportation purpose of prostitution, but to show that this is a force that it was used to keep victim number one, who we believe to be Cassie in this video, under his control for the purpose of trafficking and this RICO conspiracy.
The trial of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, a judge has denied his request to delay the proceedings, and that means jury selection could start in just weeks. ABC's Phil Lipoff is tracking this case. Good morning, Phil.
Yeah, Gio, good morning. It looks like it's going to. Sean Combs' trial date is set to go on as expected Friday. A judge ruled Combs' criminal sex trafficking trial will begin next month as scheduled after he denied the defense's request for a 2-month adjournment. The trial is set to begin May 5th.
All right, so that's where we at. What do y'all think? I'm going to let my lovely daughter, Unique Mecca, going to take over for a minute. I got to make an important business call for us. So she's going to read the comments. You can scroll, read from wherever, all right? Let me get the intro while we get set up so you ain't got to see all this, all right?
I had to throw the little bucket hat on me, because I ain't at the crib right now. I ain't got mine. All right, let's get up in these comments, though. But before we do that, I want to say something. Diddy starting to get a little too damn cocky for me, because either I knew I did things wrong, and even if I ain't want to go to prison at that time, I'm going to take some damn fucking deal, because something going to have to go down. So at the end of the day, him not taking anything, he really feeling himself. And now the video that's altered, or that's not the original, like, come on now, stop it. Stop it. Tell me what y'all really think, because I'm not even feeling that one. I feel like he's really feeling like he's invincible right now. And we all know, even if it's not for all these things that they applying to him, he done did a whole lot of dirt back in the day. All right, let's get to it. What is this? They got Puff on one.
Out loud, you need to hear.
Where?
You're talking to them.
Oh, I keep forgetting this.
Yeah, you pick your comments here, back right here. And then they show up here, read the comments and talk to the people.
Oh, that's how you put it. Oh, that's cute. All right, boom.
See, I'm teaching her, bear with my baby. She's getting it right.
And I don't do
control
lives.
the mouse, baby. Pick your comment.
I
Just
do
pick a comment and read it on the screen and respond to the comment.
I'm going to read this one from Woof Woof. I do think the drug thing that will do on him, and he's probably saying yeah, but that whole little drug thing right there, though, as my father said, he was on them drugs when he was making all that bread. And even before that, he's a smart man. And let me explain something to you. There's some smart ass criminals out there. Believe me, I'm talking about Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. You can't even tell the difference. You know, murder ain't got murderer written on his face. So I'm not saying he's sex trafficking and all that, but I know he did something that was within all them things. People don't have this much evidence and things is not going down just because you pay money. You know, maybe you do gotta like pay the price. Do what you gotta do. That's the real redemption you want to seek if he's really all godly as he speaks. Because all this getting drunk and all that, I don't even see all that. Just because he was drinking, stop it. How many years that man been drinking? He be having his kids at the party too. I see you, Marsha. Hold on. I'm gonna put that up there. Thank you. Appreciate you. I'm sure you beautiful too, boo-boo. All right, what's this one? People getting off.
Read out loud.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, them tapes is the problem. Once you see something, you can't convince my eyes otherwise. Like, what are we, narcissists? You understand what I'm saying? Understand what's happening. You see what's happening. Don't let nobody tell you anything and nothing else. Let your eyes walk for you. You know what it is. All right, hold on. That's when they got Puff on more than just sex trafficking. They got they got him on a whole lot.
Pause. See, my baby's in training. Read the comment nice where they can hear it and then respond to it. Some people is driving and can't read the phone. They just listening while they're on the truck, on the road, making love, listen to Unique Mecca audio in the dark.
They're going to listen to your ass while they make
But just read the comments so they can hear it, and then that's how, you understand?
My bad, because I definitely was assuming you people was reading it, but yeah, let me read it for you. This is from Ruben Gutierrez. My bad, you already know my punctuation ain't all that, but you're going to find out.
Gutierrez.
Go ahead, Pops. You did that. All right, they got Puff on more than just sex trafficking, as they do. They got Puff on drug trafficking, racketeering, and gun charges too. This is the thing. It's way too many for you just to get nothing for it. That's all I'm going to say. So that 5 years was looking real pretty because what they say, he 55, looking at a life sentence, stop it. You know you done did something. Do that 5, and probably if you didn't have no 85 attached, maybe you got a little, you know what I mean, a stiff, your ass might actually get out earlier than that 5 years. You should have did that. Stop thinking you above the law because you know you ain't do everything right all your life. Stop playing. All right, next one. Let me see. And I'm going to read it out loud.
There you go.
Mike Ross. Y'all forgot what Diddy meant when he was writing on pizza boxes? You a clown. I like that, though. We going to laugh. I don't even know where his laugh button is. If I was at my crib.
Get a gunshot, damn it.
But which one is the gunshot again?
Bottom right. Yeah.
This one. Got it.
Don't be scared. It's on the gunshot. There you go.
All right, now how to get the feel of the rhythm, though. Bear with me as I say. I like that. What's that say? But Buki, milk it in court. Okay, the Rasta Monster. I see you. All right, who the else? We got Equan Hill. I like that. Equan Respect. I like your name. Tell your mother I said that you're welcome. Puff scared to go in. He's scared to go in. Is the man even really even see a mugshot yet? Is he really where y'all saying he is?
Oh, conspiracy theory.
I'm just saying, like, is the man where he's supposed to be?
Conspiracy theory.
Have you seen a mugshot? Because even when I had to go find one, I'm literally making one up because old boy don't even got one out there. Like, you can't be that above the law. They even had one of Cosby. Stop it. And I loved the Cosby Show back in the day. Like, I don't know how that happened. All right, we got another one. Brick Baby. I did see that. Okay. I'm glad you did. Pay attention. Keep that head on the swivel. You understand? Rev it up. Gororo. All right, these names is creative. I like that.
Gororo.
All right. Pop like that button. Yes, please. Like that button. Don't just like it. Subscribe. Hit that bell. Show all the love. You already know we love that. We always going to show the love back. Respect. Unique Mecca audio. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell for me too. You already know. Let's move me up. I'm trying to get like Pops right here. This is a whole inspiration. You heard me? I did less time than him and I'm still learning. He learned more than me in the time that he was in. How that work? All right, let's see this. We got Captain Lurk on video will be looked at in court. You know they're gonna put that video in court. Let me say something. As my father said, when you get indicted, you're not even technically charged. Like, you know, you're charged, but you're not sentenced. It's not supposed to be on your background. I was a teacher, pre-K teacher at the time. I ended up, because I had to do 2 weeks before I got bailed out, I lost that position. When I came out, I tried to go back to being a teacher. Why that thing came up on my thing? Literally, they was about to give me the supervisor position of the after school care and everything. And when they ran my background, the thing still said It shouldn't even been on my papers. I couldn't get no job. I had to start working at McDonald's, guy. Who would have thought? You understand me?
So what would you tell the young girls that could wind up in your situation right now?
Don't do nothing unless you're ready to freaking lose up on life. It's not worth it. I literally wasted. That's why I'm so chill and so homebody now. I spent so much of my time from the time I was like 14 up until probably when I got incarcerated. Let's say a little bit after that, because it still took a little bit for me to get right. Until I got close to my 30s to really understand and move accurately and smoothly. I wasted so much time. I was moving like I was grown, and I definitely wasn't. And you already know. Let me tell you something. They pulled up in court, as they said, the video, they don't want it to come out. It's already heard. It's already heard. So people are already going to have their perception on it already. They pulled out something that I wasn't even charged with, and it was supposed to be closed. I was freaking, 13 or 14. I got a fight with a 21-year-old. The police want to press charges. The girl didn't press charges. And why they ended up pulling that up? And they want to say that to try to say something, of the facts that, yes, I have violence in me. You know how young I was, and when I got incarcerated, I was 25. Like, what do y'all talk about? I caught this charge when I was 23. Like, what are we doing? So understand me. Anything you do is always going to catch back up to you. Stay right. Do what you're supposed to do. As I say all the time, be blessed, not stressed. If you don't want to believe in God, believe in something. Believe in yourself more to understand your worth than all these streets and whatever these people is whispering in your ears. Because I was moving too free, like I was untouchable as he was. You understand? I was in shock. Once they said that 385, I couldn't cry nothing, God. They put me in the damn cuffs. I still didn't say a word until I got down to the bullpen. Because the bullpen, you got the men and the females. They like, oh, nah, Ma, you good, you good. How much time you got? I said 3. They was like, oh, 3, you be out in a year. I said, with an 85. Damn, Ma, that's when it really hit. It ain't worth it. I spent too much time away for nothing. Nothing. The only thing, I'm not going to regret it because everything I went through, all that bad I did before, prepared me to be able to handle where I did go. And yeah, I was messed up for a minute, but at least by the grace of God, I have family, my mother, my baby father, they was holding me up. So you already know. Juanita Mecca Audio, like, subscribe, hit that bell. Look, make it do what it do. I'm about to read one more comment, then I'm going to have to go. But I appreciate everybody watching. I see we at 3,500. I like that. I appreciate it. I'm waiting for my page to move like my pops, though, because he be moving real different. I'm trying to get like him, but, I just speak on a little bit other different things. I like to speak on my story because I really, really would like to help. And I'm not talking about just the females. I'm talking about the young men as well. Because I was moving like I was a dude. The way I was getting and scooping, you would have thought I was that one for anyone. And my hands was always bisexual. I always thought and moved real different. And even now, people still look at me the same, and I'm still trying to get them to look at me the way they see my pops. Like, look at me who I am today. Don't look at who I was. Don't take the way I speak as so much aggression and just not me trying to really break it down to you, But look, like, subscribe, hit that bell. You already know. What's this say? Mike Young. I would like to be on that jury to watch Casey. I'm sure you would. She a little cute one too. If I played with the little thing, the tutu, I probably would want to watch it too. But I'm good on that. One good thing about me with my charge, I couldn't ever go on jury duty. And I appreciate it because I might just tell motherfucker, no, let him go free. Because we don't know. We wasn't there. Because I don't feel like I should have been able to get the time I got. They should let me keep sliding with that probation. I was good off that. But no, they want to do that to me. So look, like, subscribe, hit that bell. Unique Mecca Audio. Don't just watch the videos. Please like the videos. Let us know you really there. You feeling us and you with it. Let us know what's up. So hit me in the comments. You already know. I'm about to try to learn this little live thing. This is cute. But I gotta get my little donations up, even if it's just from Pops, so I can get my screen like him and get all the other little things I do, because I be trying to create everything on my own. And that's a lot of time consuming, but it is fun. But I need to get like him, you heard me? But in Juanita style. All right, Juanita Mecca Audio, you already know, hit that bell. Look, Unique Mecca Audio, hit that bell, like, subscribe. Look, we out of here. I will hit his intro, but I don't know where it's at, so I'm about to wait till he come back. Are you gonna do your intro?
Keep talking.
All right, y'all. Look, he coming. You already know. Juanita Mecca Audio.
Why you just get up? You can't do that.
That's what you do. Who you talking to?
Oh man, I ain't got my hat on. You just be fucking up. You can't just get up. Hello, hello, check. All right, obviously, something went up. Yeah, 1 2 1 2. Obviously, my daughter don't understand how this works, right? I'm trying to put her in training. You never get up and walk away and leave the people sitting there looking at nothing. That's a no-no. And you just read the comments and just keep it moving. You know, let's keep it moving. It ain't that hard. Just let the people get their time to shine. All right. How long I've been on? Hour and a half. That's good enough. Now I'm gonna go spend some time with my lovely daughter. You know, let me give her a round of applause. All right.
You already see, this is my toughest critic right here. You see how he be getting at me? It ain't just me that talk crazy. He talk crazy back. But to him, I'm gonna zip it up. I'm gonna be quiet.
Ain't no
But
crazy.
it's always the delivery.
I'm just trying to show her how to get to the bag. She said the delivery.
I was with it, God.
Sit down. Listen. Y'all be the judge of this now. Y'all be the judge of this.
Please
right?
let me know.
Y'all be the judge of this. I let her sit down and talk to 5,000 people. How many of y'all trying to do a YouTube that get a chance to have someone have 5,000 people in, watching the joint and get to sit in to plug your channel and show them what you got? And then you show them what you got by getting up and walking away saying, I ran out, or I don't have anything else to say, when you're supposed to be that chick.
I am that. Look, I'm not.
Right, talk that
I'm
shit.
not that one. I'm her. Let me explain this though. I follow directions very well. Now, him and me are very, very alike. So I do know if I'm not answering him accurately and fast, he gonna get on his mouth the way he getting right there, and vice versa as me. And we both speak before thinking, which a lot of people may not like, but it is what it is. That's what makes us different. You know what I mean? So he was over there. I had no clue the man was doing what he was doing. I thought he was talking to me, telling me to get up and move. So in my brain, my thought process, my trigger, my trauma, I thought, okay, get off the phone. Let me get up. Let me go. And I thought I was obeying. I was listening to my pops. You understand what I'm saying? But apparently I was wrong. But I'm gonna take that gimme me. But it is what it is. I still think I held that down. I did what I was supposed to do. And once I learned how to get all the little thing, I'm gonna be rocking my thing too. You're gonna see Juanita hit it on Juanita Mecca style. You understand?
You see what I gotta deal with?
It's his
You
mouth.
see what I gotta deal
it's
with?
his mouth. That's why I'm like, you can never be mad at me because you be mad at yourself.
Yeah,
You did. And I actually was quiet, respectful. I jumped up, listen. He still don't think I'll be listening. And I really be quiet.
I never asked you to get up.
Yeah, I swear, bro. See, you was talking to somebody and said it, but I heard them words, and because I heard them words, y'all even see me. Put this in the comments because I know y'all see me smiling, and I swear y'all heard him in the background saying, "I need to make an order," right? So I thought that was him rushing me, like, "Bitch, this your cue." Excuse me, like this your cue. Go ahead, like I didn't know. Let me know real fast because I know y'all heard him too because I caught him in the mic.
All right, now can I say something?
Proceed.
Okay. When I was growing up, right, and my elders was talking to me, even when they was wrong, they was right. Because you just want to shut the elder up and get the next lesson. You don't want to go back and forth with the elder because then you won't get the next lesson because you're focusing on the bullshit. So you say to yourself, my elder is my dumbass father. He figured this out. I got to get into his mind like a sponge. So let me shut up and let this old ass man of mine think he right. Just keep talking. Am I right or wrong? Put in the comments, y'all, because she's gonna rebut that. Go ahead.
I am, because this is what I'm saying. I'm a Cancer #1. Now,
Cancer just mean can't.
No. Cancer means that we very
Cancer
emotional
just mean can't
beings.
comprehend.
So my whole thing is I'm always going to say how I feel. Nowhere. This is what I mean. Like, I'm very misunderstood.
So what's wrong with what I just said?
This is what I'm about to put you on. This is what I mean. You see, he rushing me too. Let me take my time and put y'all in the moment and feel what I'm saying so you could vision all this whole moment. Now, understand me. Let's ride. Now, understand me. When I say I'm misunderstood, everything I said to y'all right now, I never once said that he was wrong. I know I talk aggressive, but it's because I'm talking because
And
I
I
mean
love
what
it.
I say.
That's why I ain't got to worry about a
Like,
nigga
it's
trying to
just
get
because I mean
jaggy
what
with
I
you.
say. So people misconstrue what I mean. I never said he was wrong. I believe he's right. But at the same time, I'm gonna let you know how you made me feel in that moment. Why? Because that's who I am. And if I didn't, like, what's the point of us even fucking with each other? Because I'm always gonna say how I feel.
You see the
what's
crap
on
I
my
got to
mind.
deal with? You see the crap I got to deal with?
Always. Let me tell you something. I grew up where I felt like I always had to just defend myself because nobody defended me. They always blamed me. So I'm always going to go hard for how I feel and what I want to get off my chest. And I encourage everybody else to do that too, because instead of holding it in, you're going to start getting angry and start on everybody. That's how I was. You don't need to be like that. So I learned how to express myself. But yes, like I said, I still got some aggression in me. I know how to express myself well, but people misconstrue my passion for ain't even gangsters. Like, it's just me. It's like they really misconstrue who I am for what it is. They call me, like I told you yesterday, people call me Nene, the ones that's my family. I was born Juanita, but y'all misconstrue Juanita for Nene because Nene is Juanita. What Lil Wayne said in his song Misunderstood, which is one of my favorites. I'm gonna have to play that with y'all one day.
Did Beyonce sing some crap about that?
I don't know, but I was on my rap when I was on this one.
Beyonce
Because
did
I love
something
me.
about it.
So
They
I
her
love
alter
the old
ego.
Weezy.
Don't she got an alter ego, Sasha, Shoo, whatever?
She do.
So ain't that the same crap you talking now?
I don't know, but I know Lil Wayne said in his song Misunderstood, which is my joint. Go check it out. He said, y'all thought Lil Wayne was Weezy, but Weezy is Wayne. He's just a soul that's misunderstood. You understand me?
I like that.
That's a fact, though. That's why I relate to songs and what they're saying, because I feel the same way. Now, I'm going to rock with y'all that one day, too. So Nene was the bad one, as they said growing up. Juanita is who I'm supposed to be, the adult today. Don't misconstrue, because Nene is always there. I just know how to move better as Juanita. Yo, boss trucker, you already know you my boom boom bendada. He always subscribing. He always making sure he liking my videos. I appreciate you. Much respect. And look, do as the man said. Go subscribe.
All right.
All right now.
Hey, yeah, I'm definitely talking to a younger me. Listen, this is crap. But like I said, I know to be the absorber and not the, I don't need to push out what I know, because okay, let me give you some jewels. Right? I'm giving you some jewels. I'm gonna start doing shorts. She's teaching me how to do the shorts, just so you know, because I don't know nothing about these shorts for the YouTube. So I'm getting ready to turn the YouTube shorts on fire. I'm gonna give you one like this, Rob. You got a father and a son, right? The father and the son go out and the son falls down. Now, the son falls down, hurt himself, and the son start crying. And the father says, toughen up, get up. You're always going to fall down in life, but you're going to get up more times than you fell.
That's a fact.
Do you agree with that, or do y'all don't agree with that?
I agree with that. I was never told that as a child.
But that's what her YouTube channel is exactly about. I was taken away from her from 1993. How old was you in 93?
I was about 6.
She was 6 years old when I went to jail, and I came out in 2020. How old was you in 2020?
Damn, what was that for?
Maybe
like 34, 35. Something like that.
That's all the years of teaching that I lost. And now she get a chance to try and catch up to something that could never be caught up, because you could never bring back time. Time is the only thing that moves forward. That's why I don't sit there and wear my watch, on my left hand. I do it for the video, but you wear your watch on the right hand because time moves from right to left. If you wear it on the left hand, then you stuck in time. And that's why the Europeans put it on the left hand, because you're stuck in time, and that's where you need to be. But when you wear it on the right, you know that the hand goes from right to left. Am I right or wrong? Somebody put in the comments. See, I give you little jewels. I wasn't here to give it to her because I was taken away for 26 years. We trying to prevent that to happen to the next father and daughter that might be watching this right now. Y'all put in the comments if you think we're doing a good job. Somebody let me know what's going on. All right?
Yeah, let me read that.
All right. So.
Me too, MCP.
Yeah, she backwards too.
Far from backwards, you know what that means? We so smart, and y'all can't play with us.
No,
Our brain is always on
for
thought.
real.
Yeah,
No,
our brain's always on thought.
Yeah, no, on some real G stuff. Left-handed people, from what I've learned and studied, is smarter than right-handed people because they got to work twice as hard to see what the hell we see when they start from the left.
You see, there goes the joke part. But it is a fact, though. Left-handed people are, a little different. As I would like to say, we all are different, but left-handed is a little extra. Trust and believe me, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because them southpaws ain't no joke. When the DNA test is unnecessary.
I'm trying to tell you.
She's not mine. The child is not mine. She's not mine. She looks nothing like me. She can't believe she said she's mine. She's trying to get child support. She's a gold digger. It's not mine. I'm telling you, it's not mine. Look at her. She looks nothing like me. She looks nothing like me.
That's a lot. Look, you just looking. I ain't bald headed. You hear me? And I'm a little cuter. I was like, I'm a little cuter.
Much cuter.
All right, now.
As you
but
should.
You're still cute though.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I can't leave you out, Papa. You out.
But this is where we at,
My
man.
teeth are nicer though, right?
As it should be. You younger. You supposed to be the better and brighter vision of Unique.
Yeah, so please, anybody that ever had a father, anybody incarcerated, don't do like me. I kept looking for people like my pops. So I was putting myself in the streets when I was supposed to be in the suburbs. But I'm grateful for everything.
Let them know you was in the suburbs and you was going back to the ghetto to try and find men.
Yeah, I'm sleeping at people's houses that got cockroaches. I ain't got no motherfucking roaches at my mama's house. I had my own bed, my own room, but I made sure I stayed out and I slept all these places that I didn't really need to be, but it was fun at that moment. And I felt like I was a rebel with no cause and couldn't nobody move me. And this was fun for this moment. But I'll tell you one thing, regardless of all that, I stayed with a job. I sure did. I always had a job no matter what, because I loved getting money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I did my little side hustle, but I stayed with a job.
All right. So let's see where we at. All I get is a bunch of back talk. I don't understand, man. I'm not gonna tell them our family joke about the flush.
Going to this king. What do you say?
Which one?
That King Wallace all the way down. Right there. Yeah, that one, last one. Well, he said left-handed people are the best baseball players too. A pitcher can skin up right-handed. Yeah, and we swing with the shoulders.
Definitely.
We swing with the shoulders. You understand me?
Yeah, because you got to work twice as hard.
I'm just saying, but we going in hard though. We going in hard. Ain't nothing weak about this. I may be light, but I come in hard body all the time.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Well, that's the only thing I'm glad I wasn't here for, to keep running to the police station after you done beat a trick up.
Well, look, they finally got me. That's why I said that ass. That's why I finally said I'm just going to take this, because once they started with that 10, I said, I can't really get any probably better. That's why I'm trying to tell you. Did he know he did some things? Take a little plea. You should have did what you did. But if he get off all the way like that, I'm going to give it to the brother. He done paid some good people because I don't know how that happened. But nothing.
All right. So, we're going to tap out, man. I just want you to know this is my daughter. Go check out her YouTube channel. She speak about what it's like to be raised on the street with a single mother while the father's in jail doing 26 years, and her experiences. And, I think y'all would love it, informative. Make sure the little girls watch it because they need it. Yes. Because tell them what you're doing today with yourself and how you're raising my lovely grandkids.
I'm married with 2 kids. I'm a medical biller. After I got things together, I actually started off cleaning the hospitals, and I worked my way up within 4 years. And I started working in hospitals and doctors' offices, and now I'm a medical biller without any degree, but I do what I do, and I do it well. Understand me?
And I'm proud of my baby.
Already. You see, God had a plan. I just had to sit down and listen.
All right. So
mine was prison.
All right. So we're going to tap out. Reggie Miller, left-handed. Got you. All right.
Cheers. Toast the crime. fresh out the can of 26. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squealing to the cops, met the audience. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. And we gon' do it like we gon' do it like we keep it moving like we gotta do it like Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top demon so shiny. I let shorty go, she was wine. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the dapper Dan. You eat that again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish there. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the cheers, cheers, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.